Hi, my name is Soile, and you're listening to Heartland, a fan podcast from a fan perspective. So, by the time this episode comes out, we're only a couple of days away from them starting filming season 17, which is just hard to even imagine. Of course, because of it, I wanted to hear your predictions for this season. I don't know if I personally have any predictions. I feel like every time I try to guess, something will happen or might happen. It doesn't turn out to be true. I feel like this year I'm just in for a ride. I'm not gonna expect anything and just take it in as it is given to us. But yeah, let's get into your comments. So Barbecue or Barbecue said Amy and Lindy scenes, Amy works with horses, Mirgo girl, Amy's love story, Amy have an exciting accident but she doesn't die, and Ty appears to her. Jack and Lisa, I'm very happy for season 17 and many more. The best series is Heartland. Amber/Amy. And then M. Baker said, I'm hoping for a dashingly handsome, genuinely good man to grace Amy's presence. I'd like to see Lindy start questioning things she's curious about with regards to her daddy. I'd like to see Lisa spend more time at Heartland with Jack. I'd like to see Lou dump that job at being mayor and focus more on her relationship with Katie. Oh, and I'd like to see some good old feel-good laughs return. Then S. Davidson said, I hope we will see more Amy and Lindy storylines soon. And Tim Heartland said, I'm looking forward to all of Tim's shenanigans, and I'm sure it will be plenty. Tim is the one that entertains me the most. I want to see Jessica, Lou, and Lisa bonding more. Rick and Lou also entertains me, so I want to see more of them. Katie has to fit in there somewhere too. Amy with the horses, I don't see anything new in that section, but I do want to see her fall in love again. Then HL Horses said, I potentially see Amy ending up with someone. Maybe Edwin, based on last season? Who knows? This next thing is more of a want than a guess, but I hope we see the Gisa 10-year wedding anniversary. The current filming dates make it seem like we won't because their anniversary is in the winter, but a girl can hope. Then MC Loves Heartland said, I don't have a strong preference on whether or not Amy gets love interest. I can see them doing that though. I just want her to be happy in her stage of life right now. With all of the suspense on what will happen with the mayor race, I hope that there are some consequences to the conflict. I think Rick and Lou will have a fight and definitely some tension. Rick may realize what's more important is his friendship with Lou and back out of the race. But as much as I don't want it to, I believe this will hurt their relationship at least a little bit. Lindy will be wanting to learn more and more about horses and both of the types of riding she does. But I predict she will focus on barrel racing as that seems to be where her heart lies at the moment. Katie will pursue her love of writing further. She'll write more poems inspired by her life and maybe do some story writing. Then Lee Sims said, I'm hoping to see some conversations between Amy and Lindy where Ty is mentioned or remembered. It is very unrealistic for a widowed mom to not mention or keep alive the memory of her child's father. I know Ty is dead and everyone is moving on, as they should, but I mentioned to Lindy at key times how much her daddy loved her or how proud he would have been of her is not too much to ask. The writers really missed some opportunities in season 16. Then Sharon said, I'm wondering if Tim buy his own milk and groceries and make it out of the supermarket. With only having 10 episodes, there won't be any stories continuing over extra episodes. Hoping Lou and Rick resolve the mayor race without falling out. Hopefully some much needed decoration for the ranch house. Then Marilyn said, well, I'm past the deadline, but here goes. No, you weren't. Amy needs a new romantic interest. I feel it's normal for her to want a significant someone to share her joy and disappointments of life with. Tim needs something to do because otherwise he starts becoming very annoying. Jessica and Tim need their own space. Jack and Lisa need a good storyline. His flashbacks are getting stale. I like the idea of add ons to the fishing cabin. The whole clan could go up there and work on it or hire someone handsome to do the work, and Amy goes to check up on the progress and dot dot dot. Peter and Lou, I hope things go well. Still do not like living apart situation, which would help Katie if they were in one household. Not Heartland? Question mark. And Parker, not sure. Love her sense of humor, but story-wise, I hate to say, is starting to fizzle. Same with Logan. If the story is not going to center around the youth center, all is lost there. Nobody has mentioned Caleb. Why? I do not understand. His son is Amy's godchild for Pete's sake. I think that covers it for me. Still looking forward to season 17. Oh, kudos to the staff of Heartland. God bless. Then Jeffrey said, think it's a big mistake for Amy not to talk to Lindy about her dad. Not just the man in the moon or being represented by Harley. Utilize the Ty Burden Center as a focus and an inspiration of the community. Caleb is now estranged from Cass and seems to be with Carson. They should nurture that relationship. Wouldn't it be great if he had another love interest or actually returns and opens up a law firm, hires Shane, and she sincerely treats Caleb right this time? Lisa needs to keep her business thriving, and so does Heartland Beef. But Jack needs help. He is fighting Father Time. Think Shane could be an interesting character to develop if it's done well. Mallory may also be interesting since she is pregnant now. Peter and Lou will always be drama, but the kids are growing up faster, apparently more than Lou is. And then Amber Marshall fan said, I think Lindy will keep barrel racing and that will have something to do with Kit's kid also barrel racing. Amy will move on romantically speaking. I think Georgie and Quinn will get engaged. I hope Lou and Peter break it off. Parker will move on because her character doesn't fit the show. Then I'm not sure what you meant by the next sentence, but I'm just gonna read it as it was written. Use Katie as he if they want, at least she belongs there. I want to see more of Jack and Lisa back working her farm like the early days. They have a chance to get the kids back and the young adults if they do it right, but the writing and directing has to be spot on, and it's usually not. I think some of these are very doable, like the basic storytelling that they usually circle around, like Amy and Lindy seems, for example. I am really interested about the way they're gonna do the Lou and Rick mayoral issue. That is something that is one of the most exciting things about this upcoming season, because if they do it right, it could be really touching and take their relationship to a new level, because we've seen them be kind of at odds at first, then become friends, then become even closer. And now it's like there could be potential drift there. So interesting to see what will happen with that. I'm also personally really looking forward to seeing where they're taking Katie's character, because she's kind of this uncharted territory in many ways, and she's very different than most of the other characters. So I like to see them develop her even more and give Bay a chance to shine even more. I've been really enjoying her being part of the cast and showing us this new side of Katie. As for Lou and Peter, I've been disappointed by the way they've handled them lately, so I'm just gonna let them do whatever. I don't think a lot will change, but whatever will come, and I'll just take it. So I don't know if I have a lot of wishes there. I'm suspecting Gabe will probably only make few appearances, and in a shorter season like this, it'll feel more because there's less episodes. But at the same time, it's a shame that Lou and Peter are back together and committed to each other, but we barely see them, because it's almost like, is it even happening? I don't know. We'll see. As for Amy, I think there's definitely a lot of horse stories to come, and we'll probably see Lindy evolve with horses even more as well. I don't know about the romantic aspect. I feel like they've sort of tipped their toes into possibilities, but then kind of backed out. So I don't really know what the plan here is. I mean, for me, it could really go either way. If it's done well, like I'm open to it, but at the same time, if her life feels fulfilled like this, you know, good for her. So I don't know what to think of that. Jack and Lisa, I feel like they're probably pretty stable. I think they'll continue being the sort of guides of the whole family. As someone mentioned, I think when it was HL Horses mentioned the anniversary, which would have been cool. But like they said, they have a winter anniversary, so I don't think it's happening. But it would be nice of them to mention that, or maybe have like some kind of pre-anniversary. I don't know. As for Tim, more shenanigans coming for sure. I mean, come on. Jessica, I don't know. I feel like the road is sort of open with her. She is more at home at Heartland and she has her photography, but like, is there another step she wants to take? She is also one of those characters that could go whatever direction they wanted. And yeah, I think there's still a lot of stories to tell. I feel a little disappointed that there's only 10 episodes. I really liked having 15 episodes this past season, but 10 episodes is better than no episodes. So I'm just glad about that. Anyways, next week I'll have the season 2 finale of this podcast coming up, and there is another guest coming as well. Yeah, it's been a fun second season to make. But more about that in the next episode. I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week. Until then, keep your noses clean and your paddle dry, as they say. Bye.